a lot of things are happening in the market, a lot of weird things are happening in the market, mainly because if you look at what's happening with our own Nifty right now, after yesterday's fall, right? And if you see yesterday's fall, it is slightly scary. The main reason why it's slightly scary is because yesterday's fall should not have happened. It's happened mainly because of global drivers, and I did not expect such a big fall, right? I thought small falls are completely all right, but such a big fall is actually a bad sign for our thing, right? Okay, let's look at Nifty. So yesterday Nifty actually fell down 1.94%, and this is actually bad. I'll tell you why. Because look at this, right? So this was our psychological barrier. This line was the psychological barrier. So when we broke that line, okay, we broke that psychological barrier line, went back down, retested, corrected, came back up, we were supposed to go up from here, not down, right? Now the fear is, if something like this happens, then a lot of people think that every time this line gets broken, they're like, oh shit, we're gonna go back into this zone where it's gonna come back down to 15,200 again, right? Because this also is another line that has been, it's like on channel that it's been trading in. It's going up, going down, going up, going down, and people are scared that it's gonna come back down to this channel and maintain this channel's consistency, right? Now ideally, looking at our current market scenario, it doesn't seem like we'll go back to 15,200. There is no reason why we need to go back down to 15,200. And please understand, 15,200 means the stock market currently is at 17,500. It's a huge fall, and if it falls to 15,200, it'll take more than I think 2-3 months for it to actually fall, right? So I don't think there is any reason for it to go down so much. Even if you look at all the other companies, and if you look at all the results that are coming out, the results are not bad, the results are good. And if you're seeing good companies, it's not like the local market is struggling or the local market is suffering. This is more on the macroeconomic features. Now the question here is, do we discount this exact scenario or this drop? Because can we blame it on US and say this is because of US inflation data and that is why it is going down? Is it because US inflation data came out and FIIs are selling and DIIs are not buying? So can we blame it on that? Because US inflation data came out bad again and India's is completely fine, and there's no bad news in India as such. But can the impact be so much? So usually what happens whenever the US inflation data comes out, or whenever US market goes down, our market goes down but doesn't go down as much as them, right? And if you actually look at the US market, let me show you the US market. This is the US market trend. Okay, I want you guys to see the vast difference between US market and our market trend. Okay, look at this. This is the US market and this is our market. Our market in the last 1 month has been going up, or last a few months have been going up, whereas the new US market has gone up and now has already come down, has corrected 50% from their peak already, right? So if you look at the US market, it has already come down a lot. And it is currently in a very bad position also, and even there in the channel, look at this. This is the other channel that they're also trading in the same channel like this, right? So now whatever we see in our market right now, they're also there, but they're in a far worse condition than we are. Right, we are still in a better position, and their psychological barrier is this line. They have to break this line and start doing well. But in US, it doesn't seem like they're going to break the barrier anytime soon, because every time the US thinks that everything is fine, everything is okay, the new inflation data comes out and they're like, dude, what is happening? Again we're going down, and again the stock market starts correcting. Now if you guys are watching this video, right, and if you guys are tracking the US stock market, then keep this channel, draw this channel and keep it in your entire radar. The main reason why I'm saying is, even if it comes down to this area, even if it comes down to somewhere here around this area, you can start accumulating in US stocks. Why? Because I don't think it's going to go back down to hit this, maybe not, but I don't think it'll go down so much. It might just rebound like how we rebounded. If you look at our rebound, it came up, went down, came up, went down. Here it came down, again hit this, went up and never came down again, right? Even here it came down and now it's going back up. So I don't think it's going to come back down all the way here. But if you ask me what is a good accumulation zone, then somewhere around this range, if it comes down, 3 or 4 more falls, massive falls in the trading sessions, it's because most likely it might just go up again, right? But again, there's nothing positive in their market, there's only negative in their market, and whenever negativity spreads, the market starts going down even more. But if you look at yesterday's Nasdaq market, it didn't go down that much, right? Look at this, it was like almost a 1% drop. 1% also is actually not small, it is a big drop, but it basically recovered, right? If you look at yesterday's market, it actually recovered from a higher drop. But if it goes down, start accumulating US stocks here. If you had to accumulate US stocks, I would say don't try to look at some small cap stocks or don't try to look at something either else. I would just go for the traditional ones, which is you can accumulate Google, you can accumulate Apple, you can accumulate Amazon. Facebook, I would stay away from it. AMD is a risk, but you can accumulate because of the future prospects, right? But these three stocks I could accumulate, and if you can accumulate a little bit of Berkshire Hathaway in fractional shares, that is also good. So these things are there. This is a good accumulation zone. Coming back to our market, which is the Indian market, this is a scary site. This is a very scary site, mainly because this is a proper confirmation that it has rejected this line again, and it is a massive thing, and this has happened multiple times in the past with a massive big candle. Every time it's hit that line, it's given a massive red candle here, massive red candle here, a red candle here, a red candle here, and now a massive red candle here as well. Now, if you're staying in US and you're investing in US, scary phase, I agree, right? But if you're in India, I don't think you should be that scared, mainly because we are not going to get affected so much. Please understand one more thing, right? We are Indian market. We are a completely 360-degree different market today, only because India has now become a very good emerging market, right? It has become the emerging market where people can park their money, and there are so many small cap, mid cap, large cap stocks doing really well. And if you look at the small cap index, they've done outperformed everything else right now. What is the best case scenario that can happen? Best case scenario, tomorrow we break this barrier and it starts going up again. Again, we see a massive correction, and we've seen this, right? We've seen one day where the stock market falls 700 points and next day the stock market goes up by 700 points. We've seen that. So hopefully tomorrow the market should start recovering. But only problem is yesterday the market went down almost 1093 points, which was almost 2% drop. So I just hope that the negative sentiment doesn't seep in into the Indian market. And negative sentiment hoga to bhi hoga kya? What will they say? They'll be like, yeah, US market is struggling, that's why our economy is struggling. That's a stupid negative sentiment, right? If India is struggling, then you let me know. But this is only a macroeconomic jolt. For all the people who did not understand why the drop happened yesterday, it was not because of India. The drop was not because of India. The drop was because of the US markets. Now, we don't know what is going to happen. Monday is a very crucial opening. Why? Because if Monday, if the market goes below this line, okay, this line, whatever this line is, right? 17,000, you can say actually 17,100. If it falls below 17,100, then we will see it going back down, which we don't want to. We don't know how low it will go, but it might go down in a negative bearish mode, right? But Monday, if it opens positive, then we can breathe a sigh of relief. If it started going down negative, then you go back into accumulation zone and you can start again accumulating, because then you get more chances to accumulate.